Hi guys, it's LaShanda Henry here once again. This is Back on Track tip number 8. Don't shrink, show up, and shine. So hopefully you know my name here. Once again, LaShanda Henry, aka Sister Sense. My goal is always to help you guys make sense of making money online. Hopefully I am right on time for those fellow entrepreneurial spirits out there looking to get clear about their next big small business step. You want to make sure, number one, if this is something that you feel like somebody in your circle needs to hear, share, because of course sharing is caring. And number two, if you're watching the replays, drop into the comment box. Replays rock. So, my goal was initially, because I've been doing this Back on Track series for a couple of days now, my goals was to do a 7-day Back on Track series. Why? Because I have a 7-day cash flow goals calendar, and I've been sharing recommendations as far as what you can do to get back on track with your business, pulling out pieces of the cash flow goals calendar from sales prep Sunday to Saturday, turning Saturday into Saturday, and engagement and throwback Thursday and follow-up Friday. I went through pretty much the whole 7-day cash flow goals calendar, which is one of the integral pieces that you'll find inside of Position to Profit. And it was fun. By the way, if you missed any of the first 7 days of the Back on Track challenge, or rather the Back on Track web class series, you can go to sistersense.com/BOTG to download your free BOTG Back on Track guide, which has a link to all of the replays, plus some other fun resources that I've got in there for you. So I'm starting off this conversation to say to you that, one, my goal was to do 7 days of live streams for the 7-day Back on Track series, and then lock it up and keep it moving. I don't do live streams all the time. I don't go all the way live every day like some folks do. But I do always love to jump on here to motivate you guys to get clear, give you a little bit of that fire, focus energy, and then jump off and do something else. That's what I tend to do. But something inside of me internally said, you know what, LaShanda, I need you to continue. I need you to continue, hence Back on Track tip number 8. For me, that continuing means show up and shine consistently for a little bit longer, however longer may be. So in that conversation, and me feeling motivated to continue the Back on Track series and continue doing live streams every day, I wanted to show up here in a big way and talk to you about possibly some things that you're doing right now that's causing you to shrink back and be invisible online when you need to be at the forefront of the conversation. And then number two, talk to you about some things that realistically you should be doing to show up and shine. By the way, side note, as I'm sharing this web class with you today, I've also shared the Show Up and Shine 7-day challenge. Make sure that you watch that video so that you can get the step-by-step of how easy it's going to be for you to commit to the next 7 days, showing up, sharing powerful messages with your community, and shining in the process. A woman, I should say a glowing woman, can help other women glow and still be lit. So my goal is, if you're looking to start up or grow up and show up in a way that's going to serve other people and support, especially support other women, I do want to help you learn how to show up and shine online. So make sure that you take a look at that challenge, because that's certainly something that I want you to commit to, try to do, and integrate into what you do in some way, shape, or form. So let's start at the beginning of today's tip, which is don't shrink. First thing I want you to do is to identify if there is something you're doing right now that's causing you to shrink back and not put yourself out there, not be present, not share in a way that you should be. Now, there are different things that cause people to stay in a space where they're quiet. Some people are perfectionists and they're not quite ready to put their stuff out there because it's not quite ready yet. It's not looking perfect yet. But there are some people who shrink back out of fear. And there's a powerful, beautiful message out there that I want to share with you now. And it's this: it's never too late. Because I want you to keep in mind, I'm here to remind, you can start late. You can start. Hold on. Let me say that again. Because that was coming out. I was like, or over what? See, See, bring in that energy. Let me remind again, you can start late. You can start over. You can start unsure. You can even start poor. You can start different. You can look different. You can act different and still succeed. So there's no reason why you shouldn't show up today. Maybe something inside of you is saying, why bother? It's too late. I can't do this again. I can't start over again. I don't have enough funds. I don't know what the hell I'm doing right now. You can be uncertain. You can be on a no string budget. You know, I always tell people that when I started my business, I didn't even have a shoestring. I started off on a floss string budget. You can have insufficient funds and still start. And I need you to remember that. I need you to write this down somewhere. So I'm going to say it again. You can start late. You can start over. You can start poor. You can start unsure. You can be different. You can act different and still succeed. You don't necessarily have to talk the way she talks or walk the way he walks. You can walk your own walk on this journey called entrepreneurship. Whether you choose to start today, ideally today, or you decide to do something tomorrow, you can start late, start over, and still keep moving towards where you need to be. So first thing I want you to do is identify for me and for yourself what might be causing you to shrink today in some way. What might be causing you to shrink today, right? For me, I think about 2 words that sometimes make it hard to do the thing that you said that you were going to do. And those 2 words are, why bother? You ever get entangled into those 2 words? Like you spent hours, and I'm saying you, but I'm really talking about me. You know, you spent hours like belaboring something, writing something, launching something, creating something, and maybe you didn't get the results that you wanted for that something. And then, you know that you just did maybe the first thing or the first and second and third thing, and you just really stuck your toe in and started the process of showing up and doing what you needed to do to build up that thing. But that first thing, that second thing or third thing didn't necessarily give you the desired result. And so you find yourself sitting there with those 2 words, why bother? Why bother? It didn't work. Why bother? I didn't get the results that I wanted. Why bother? Why bother? And why bother is sitting there because you've got these thoughts that are battling you. Yesterday, I talked about how to check your thoughts and balance your business. And one of those thoughts are you've got maybe eager beaver thoughts, right? Eager beaver. I need to get it done. It should be done. I wish it was done. I wish it was, I was where I needed to be. Like, you're not, and when I say you, again, sometimes I'm talking about me, right? You're not in a space where you're embracing the fact that this is a process and success doesn't necessarily come overnight. Right? As I'm saying this to you, I'm laughing because I'm thinking about a Facebook meme, and they've got like this dog, and he's like knocking a scale that's on the floor. He's like banging on it, right? And they're like, it says when you ate clean for one day and then you go back on the scale on the second day and it doesn't say what you wanted to say. He's like, damn it, I'm supposed to be 30 pounds lighter. It's only been one day. For real. For real. And some days, maybe sometimes, let's be in all honesty, it's not one day. Maybe it's 2 months. Maybe it's 3 months. Maybe it's been 6 months or a year or 2 years or more than that. And you've been doing this thing and you're at a point where you're like, why bother? Why bother? Right? Sometimes it takes 10 years to be an overnight success. Sometimes in order for you to give people your best, you have to go through the years or the months or the whatever, because you've got to master your gift. You've got to master your craft. Sometimes you have to master your message, master your ability to share your message with the world. Who you are for today isn't necessarily the person you were before, and sometimes things don't necessarily just kind of microwave instantly happen for you, because you've got to navigate showing up and transforming who you are, right? So I start off this part of the conversation about, number one, before you can even show up and shine, you've got to be able to identify why you're shrinking in your business or in your life, how you're shrinking in your business, in your life, and what might potentially be causing you to do that. And sometimes it's that why bother entity sitting behind you or beside you going into your ear like, why bother? Why you going to do that? That ain't going to work. It ain't worked before. Why you going to do it again? Why bother? Right? That thing. When in actuality, you need to be able to be like, block, right? Block that thought, block that entity, block that low vibrational energy that's causing you to then block your blessing by not doing the things you need to do to continue the process towards success, right? Block it. Block that entity, that thing that's telling you why bother. Again, as I said before, I'm going to say again, you want to bother, you want to show up because it's not too late. You can start late, start over, start poor, start unsure. You can be different, you can act different and still succeed. It's not too late. Block that message of why bother, right? And you can even feel free to drop in the comment box and tell the universe, really admit to yourself what you feel like you're shrinking around in your life and in your business. When do you feel like those two words, why bother, creep up in your world? What's interesting about that statement, why bother, is when I started my business, my mantra was the Nike mantra. Do you know what the Nike mantra is, by the way? Think about it. You know that mantra? Have you heard it in a long time? I don't even know if they still use it. Do they still use it? Because, the beautiful thing about technology is I'm in a world where I no longer have to watch commercials. So I don't even know if they still use it, right? Most of the tools that I use, whether it be the Fire Stick or, the Amazon or Hulu or Netflix, I don't watch commercials. But back in the day when I had commercials in my life, I decided as an entrepreneur, I was going to embrace the words, just do it, right? Well, those are 3 words. I said 2. Just do it. Because I was in a space where all of these voices were telling me I shouldn't do it. They were giving me all of these reasons why I shouldn't be an entrepreneur because it didn't feel natural. It wasn't familiar. I spent all of these years as, getting my degree from Columbia University in computer science and interning at IBM and having all of these amazing opportunities. And why would I leave all of that to do this thing that's not familiar, that's not secure? You're going to be broke for a very long time before you break something. Why be an entrepreneur? I embraced the words, just do it, and I never looked back. So for me, I feel like one of the best ways to counter the statement, why bother, is to look at just do it. Yesterday, when I talked about negative thoughts that you need to check, I said, you know what? I want to share with you the statement, I'm too busy to be broken. I want to support you in a space where you can replace those negative thoughts with positive plans. So when you put yourself in a place where you say, I'm going to stick to the plan, I'm just going to do it, you doing and you working, you don't have time to worry about the why bother statements in your mind. See, when you're not doing anything and you're sitting and overthinking, you got nothing but time to get played by, distracted by, deterred by the negative thoughts in your mind. But when you focus on positive plans and you do the work, you stick to the plan, you show up and you do the work, you too busy to be broken. Yesterday, and by the way, if you didn't have the opportunity to watch the replay, yesterday I did my Back on Track tip number 7, which was to check your thoughts, and as you check your thoughts, balance your business. If you didn't get a chance to watch the replay, links to all the replays as part of this Back on Track series are inside the Back on Track guide, which again, you can find at sistersense.com/BOTG. BOTG. So when I shared yesterday, I said, I want to help you figure out how to help you figure out how to nag it. This is definitely like a bloopers clip because I don't know why I want to say negative. I want to say navigate and negative. There we go. So yesterday, right, I was trying to say thought and song because when I talked about thoughts, there's this really beautiful song from Steven Universe. So you can YouTube Steven Universe thought song to watch the video on thoughts, right? So yesterday I was trying to say thought and song, and I kept saying thong. I was not trying to sing the thong song, but for whatever reason, that's what was coming out. So today I'm trying to say navigate. I'm thinking negative, and it's coming out negagate. I don't know what it was I was trying to say. I don't know what I was trying to say. But okay, I say that to say this. When I started the conversation yesterday about negative thoughts and perplexing thoughts and different kind of thoughts, I shared about 4 different kind of thoughts that can hold you back. Essentially, I want you to be able to understand that these thoughts that hold you back are distractions deterring you from doing the things you need to do. So because you're being distracted, you're shrinking. So my solution, number 1, again, is to replace those thoughts with positive plans. And number 2, I wrote down a message that I shared yesterday. And if you don't mind, I'm going to share it with you again today. And essentially, thinking about that entity, that thing beside you, distracting you, telling you not to do the things that you're supposed to do. Understanding that I am too busy to be broken. I am too busy to be broken. You will not break me. You did not make me. This will not shake me, because this too shall pass. I cannot control the thought, but I can control how long it lasts. That's the message that I wrote down yesterday. I shared that message yesterday, and I want to share it again today, because at the end of the day, when you are in a space where you see these thoughts come into your world, it's not so much the thought itself. You can't control these thoughts coming into your world. What you can control is how long it lasts. The thought should pass so that you can replace those negative thoughts with positive ones, stop shrinking, show up, and shine. I cannot control the thought, but I can control how long it lasts, because this too shall pass. I am too busy to be broken. All of those negative things, whether you're in a situation right now that's challenging, maybe your funds is funny and things is not working the way it's supposed to be, power through. You do not want to sit in a space where you let those distracting thoughts deter you from moving forward. You don't let your current situation put you in a situation where you're literally shrinking. It's funny because as I say that, I'm sitting here and, you know, just the perspective that you're looking at me at, if I do this, it's like, oh my gosh, you must be super tall. You can't get your whole body into the camera. I am super short. And my hubby is always standing beside me and he goes, stop shrinking. Are you getting shorter? Are you getting shorter? Are you getting shorter? Right? And I'm like, damn it, I'm not shrinking. But, you know, when I come on here, I can claim that height and that power because of perspective and positioning. And you've got to do that too. You've got to position yourself. You've got to switch your perspective so that in doing so, you can stop shrinking. You can elevate. You can ascend and move forward. It's all about perspective and positioning. So, you know, it's funny because I wrote this down and I want to share this particular message with you that talks about perspective, right? Talks about perspective and positioning. So this message is as follows, okay? In addition to the first message that I said, you've got to remember to remind yourself that you can start late, start over, start poor, start unsure, be different and act different and still succeed. That was message number 1. Here's message number 2. Never give up. Never give up. And I'm going to tell you why you never should give up. Number 1, never give up because fail simply means first attempt in learning. Number 1. Never give up. Number 2, because an end simply means the effort never dies. Never give up because hearing no also means new opportunities. It's all about perspective. So if you feel like you don't want to move forward and you're shrinking because you're afraid of rejection or you are afraid of failing again, understand that failure means first attempt in learning. Get better at it, master it, perfect it, keep it moving, show up and shine, boo. Fail, fail, fail again. Change the way you define failure and you will change the way you define your life. Never see this as, oh God, that ended, or this ended, or my time has ended. You know, I'm no longer relevant. You know, I've been doing this for almost 20 years, so I challenge myself. I struggle with, am I still relevant? There's so many. I mean, when you go on Facebook, you know, like they say, you could throw a penny or whatever. You could throw a penny and find another web designer, another mentor, another coach, another consultant, and oh girl, I've been doing this for 3 seconds and I already made $3 million. And good God, they are so much better at me. I am no longer relevant. You can do that to yourself. Honestly, I'm in spaces where I do that to myself. This is the end. Effort never dies. Effort never dies. God never lies. Because at the end of the day, it's so funny. I got a message this morning and it said, the angels are protecting you. That was the message today on Instagram. This beautiful spirit that I follow, and his messages always come right on time, and it said the angels are protecting you. And I think about that message because whenever these negative thoughts come in, I let them go as quickly as they come, because in those moments, automatically someone comes and they say to me, oh my God, I found you and I was watching your videos and I fell in love and I can't wait to work with you and I got this and I got that. And I'm like, yay. Effort never dies. Effort never dies. So literally, you know, when they talk about, as an online marketer, evergreen content, all the freebies that I create, all the videos that I create, all the content that I create. When I say I consistently generate revenue, I can't tell you what's going to sell or how much I'm going to make today, but I know something's going to sell and I'm going to make something, because effort never dies. Don't be in a space where you shrink because you're comparing yourself to other people and you're comparing your results to where you think you should be based on how quickly other people got somewhere that maybe they didn't even get there that quickly. They just want to share the perception of perfection, because if they show you that they did this quickly, maybe you'll buy into what they're selling. Shrinking back, not based on reality, but where you perceive you're supposed to be, because this is a microwave instant gratification experience. You know, they say sometimes you got to be in the world, but not of the world. Sometimes you got to sit back and reflect on your personal world and where you are. And the fact that where you are is exactly where you need to be. Where are you relative to where you want to be? You know, there's this message that I received and I completely wholeheartedly want to share with you today, but I want to make sure that I say it the right way. And essentially the message is this: comparison is the death of joy, and the only person you need to be better than is the one you were yesterday. The only person you need to compete with is you. The only person you need to be is better than the person you were yesterday. And in order to do that, all you need to do is show up and shine. Number one, when you just unapologetically, authentically be who you're supposed to be today, you showing up and shining just by being you. Not the person other people try to tell you you need to be. Not the person you feel like you're supposed to code switch and be to please other people. The person you are supposed to be today. You be that person today and show up in that way. You show up and shine for yourself. You be that person today. You give other people the permission to do that for themselves. They go, if she can do it, I can do it. Show up and shine. Don't compare yourself to anybody else but you, because the only person you need to be better than is the you were yesterday. What did you do to show up and shine for you and for the world? For you and for the world. So the first part of this conversation is around shrinking. I wanted you to be able to think about and acknowledge, how are you internally shrinking or physically shrinking away, either from the things that you're supposed to be doing or shrinking away from you being present and showing up for the people that you wish to serve, because you're in the background when you should be in the foreground. How are you shrinking? Think about that. I said to you, if you're shrinking because you are trying to battle the why bother demons, or if you're shrinking because you feel like you're not there yet, you're too poor, you're too late, it's over, it's ended, be in a space where you realize no matter what, there's always an opportunity for you to fresh start your day and succeed. Be in a space where you change your perspective, because at the end of the day, again, fail also means first attempt in learning, and also means that effort never dies, and no also means new opportunities. So you go out, you get those no's, you understand that effort never dies, and the things that you did before really are just all things setting you up for where you need to be in the future. And you continue to fail and understand that these are all learning processes that are going to help you ascend to where you want to be. Perspective, present perspective, that's essentially what you need. So keeping that in mind, number one. Number two, I wanted to share with you the Show Up and Shine challenge, things that you can do to actually put yourself out there. So hopefully you had an opportunity to watch the Show Up and Shine challenge. If you haven't and you don't know where to watch it, you can also always get the link inside of the Back on Track guide over at SistaSense.com/BOTG, which stands for Back on Track Guide. The Show Up and Shine challenge is essentially really simple. I'm going to give you the nuts and bolts in like 60 seconds, but watch the full video for more details. It's an opportunity for me to help support you, help support the others that you wish to serve. I want to provide you with an opportunity for the next 7 days to be consistent and show up for your community. Number one, first of all, you're going to have to identify how you're going to show up, what you're going to talk about. You can either talk about one of three things: share your story, share your process, maybe a system or something that you've created to help other people solve problems, or share your best resources and tools. Your story, a process, your best. 3 options. Then once you figure out what you're going to share, how are you going to share it? I give you 5 recommendations. You can do live streams for 7 days. You can do pre-recorded videos for 7 days. You can do audios for 7 days. You can do text, whether it be text emails or text blog posts for 7 days, or short microblogs for 7 days. Or you can do graphics, whether you take pictures or you draw pictures or you use web apps to make graphics. 7 days of graphics or text, one of those 5 options. What are you going to share? Write down, outline it, and then share it over the course of 7 days. That's the breakdown of it. And of course, as you're sharing, I want you to be proactive about sharing those things you're sharing in the comment section of the Show Up and Shine challenge. So going in there and sharing those comments. You can look for the Show Up and Shine challenge on the Facebook page that I have, facebook.com/SistaSense, or the link will be inside of the Back on Track guide at SistaSense.com/BOTG. But one thing that you can do to realistically show up and shine is getting in the habit of putting yourself out there. Starting with a 1 to 7 day challenge is a great way to baby step the process. And in that process, getting excited about what you're doing, what other people are doing, and seeing other people engage with you in new and amazing ways. I think it's a powerful experience. So I definitely want you to be able to dive into the Show Up and Shine challenge. That's number one. Number two, especially around the conversation of sharing your best, especially for those of you, if you are an affiliate partner of mine and you work with other women entrepreneurs, I would love, love, love for you to be in a space where you can learn and earn. So I'm not sure if you're aware of it, but I do have something called the Smart Start Business Bundle, which is a resource, and it's full of good trainings for those women who are looking to start their business online or find some smart ways to jumpstart what they're already doing if they've started and they're not quite where they want to be. So number one, when you go to SistaSense.com/BOTG, which again stands for Back on Track Guide, it's a free PDF that you download. Click on the Smart Start Guide. If again you feel like you either want to jumpstart or fresh start what you're doing online, a ton of great resources inside of the Smart Start Bundle. More importantly, there's an affiliate program. There's a partner program, because again, I am about sharing and sharing and sharing some more. The resources and lessons that I learned, I'm about sharing that too, but also my earnings as an entrepreneur. So you can join the affiliate program, you can share the Smart Start Bundle, and generate anywhere between 20 to 25% commissions in the process. Hi, Hope. Thank you for dropping that link into the comment box, my dear. SistaSense.com/BOTG. I believe that hopefully sometime this Hope, you and I will be talking one-on-one together for your next clarity session. Yay! I'm going to check in with you via email just to make sure that we've got that on cue, hopefully for this Wednesday, because that's when I do my clarity calls. So I know that you've registered for a clarity call with you. We just need to confirm that date, right? Hopefully this Wednesday. So in the conversation around showing up and shining and supporting and sharing your best, if you're looking for resources or recommendations and you're not already an affiliate partner, when you go to the Smart Start Bundle page, click on the link to become a partner, join the affiliate program, and share the Smart Start Bundle, especially if you've already gotten it. Quite a few ladies have already signed up for it. Yesterday, I actually did an awesome giveaway, and I gave away a couple of the light bundles as an opportunity for ladies to get into the Smart Start Bundle. Of course, some of you are coming on right now for the first time, and you're like, okay, what are you talking about? I don't know what's going on. Again, remember, if you go to sistersense.com/BOTG, which stands for Back on Track Guide, download your free guide, click the link that says Smart Start Bundle to either get your bundle, number one, and or number two, sign up for the affiliate program so you can promote the Smart Start experience and share some revenue with yours truly. Hope is like, how did I miss that? It's there. Yes, the affiliate program. Make sure that you sign up. Feel free to share. I'm going to be honest with you. There are multiple ways where as an affiliate, you can share content. The base level is simply signing up literally in 2 to 3 minutes, get your affiliate link and share it out with your community. But number two, for me, the better way is a more heartfelt way. And in that I say this, if you feel like whether it be over the last month or maybe last several months or even last several years, there's something that you found valuable in what I do and what you've learned as far as the Sister Sense training experience, then share. This is why you need to go and get the Smart Start Bundle. This is how long I've known LaShanda. This is what I've gotten from the Sister Sense brand. These are some reasons why I decided to invest in it. And these are some things that I think that you'll be able to get out of the Smart Start. Even if you look at the fact that there are certain things that I talk about, whether it's, you know, being in a space where you're getting answers to your online business questions, or you're learning about monetization, learning about the things that you need to do to start up your business, or the marketing that you need to do, how you need to get better at sales. If you're online, but you're struggling with sales, think about specific reasons why you would say this is something that you need to get versus simply getting your link and saying, here, go get Smart Start, right? It's kind of like, you know, you seeing things online, and there's a big difference between the things that you scroll past and the things that you stop, look at, and take action with. Those things are there because people are giving you real reasons why you should try and or invest into them. So again, there are multiple levels to being a partner. And you want to think about being a real person and what real people are looking for. Why, as a real person, you started to and continue to absorb everything that you're getting from Sister Sense, and think about how you can share those authentically and honestly if you genuinely feel like the Smart Start Bundle and the resources and trainings that I share on Sister Sense are worth you sharing with others. That's the only way you're realistically going to convert and really be able to partner with me. You can't simply just say, oh, awesome, another affiliate program, I'm gonna get the link and share it and bam, right? You got to write something, you got to say something, you got to be somebody who authentically and honestly shares valuable resources, not just putting it out there and saying, here, but this is why this is something that I want you to be aware of. This is why this is something that I've committed to and I feel that you should commit to too. Just a side note. So there's just so many beautiful things that you can do to show up and shine. I want to make sure that I can support you. The Show Up and Shine Challenge is number one. Number two, the Learn and Earn program, which is essentially my affiliate partnership program, is number two. Of course, when you want to make sure that if there's anything that you need to succeed, you can get that from me. You can always email sistersense@gmail.com. I don't know if you're aware, because it's funny, because Hope just a while ago was like, where was I? How did I not know this? Which is why I'm always proactively reminding you all of things, because sometimes you don't see it or sometimes you see it later than other people saw it. Whatever the case may be, always remember to check in and remind your community of things that you've got going on. So when you go inside of the Back on Track guide, make sure that you go to the last page. That page is called Sister Sense Support Services, because I want to make sure that I'm here to support you. On that page, one of the things you'll find is your free copy of the 7 Modes to Online Business Success. It's a free ebook that you can download from me to figure out what you need to do to start, where you should be starting, or what you should be working on right now, to be exact. Especially for those of you who go, I don't know what I should be doing right now. I break down the 7 modes to building a successful online business and help you identify which mode you should be in right now. You can get that ebook absolutely free. That is on the last page of the support guide underneath support services. Okay. Is there anything else that I want to share with you today as I wrap up this conversation about what you can do to show up and shine online? We talked about the challenge. I'm super, super excited to see what you guys come up with there. Oh my goodness. So I'm going to be honest with you. You see the big smile on my face, right? Because when I jump on here and share and I see you guys and you're talking to me, your energy, I love it, right? Okay. But I'm going to be honest with you. And you're going to laugh when I say this. I am not a smiler. I remember growing up in Brooklyn, I was one of them girls where the guys on the block would be like, why you ain't smiling, sweetie? Show me that smile, sweetie. Honestly, I have what they call resting bitch face. I'm not ashamed to say that I have resting bitch face. I'm just, for the most part, I am in serious mode, right? Either I'm thinking or, you know, I'm just kind of grumpy. I don't know what it is, but I'm just going to be the first to let you know that this smile right here, I don't share with everybody all the time, okay? I say that to say this. Life is too short. So if you do want to show up and shine, I want to remind you that before you lose your teeth, you find a reason to smile today, okay? So know that life is too short. Smile while you still have teeth. Either find a reason to smile today, find something that you can do for somebody that's going to make them smile and in turn make you smile. But one way, shape, or form, there should be something in your universe today that makes you say smile. Okay? Life is too short. Smile while you still got them teeth. And if you got the dentures, pop them in and smile with those too. Anything that you need to do to smile, because you know what? That energy is infectious. And even though I can honestly, real talk, say when I'm not on here, I do have a little bit of the resting bitch face every now and again. But the reality is when I do come on here, you guys just being here make me feel so excited. It makes me feel so good. I cannot help but smile. And then I love the fact that you guys say, I love your energy, because my goal is always to infect you with the kind of positive energy that inspires you to go out and do what you need to do. As I shared with you before, I'm going to share with you again. Glowing women can help other women glow and still be lit. So when you show up and shine, even if just it's simply smiling and laughing and being positive, right? Even if it's just laughing and smiling and being positive, it's something that you can do to help motivate others to do the same thing too. Okay? So stick to the plan, show up, shine, keep it moving. That's my message today, and I'm sticking to it. I need you to, first and foremost, identify those things that maybe you're doing that are causing you to shrink behind, and then replace those with positive plans so you can show up and shine. Alrighty, my dears, I hope you have a fabulous day today. Mwah. Go forth and keep it moving. I'm going to continue to support you as part of the Back on Track series. So make sure that you, number one, dive into the Show Up and Shine Challenge today in a big way. And number two, go and get your Back on Track guide. If you haven't gotten it, go get it. If you didn't get it, go get it at sistersense.com/BOTG. Okay? So, mwah. Take care, guys. Bye.